sexuality, and gender. Okay, so I'm the only person in the room right now, but we've got men and women, male and female. Right now, just consider me the man, right? What does it mean to be a man and all that? If you're a man, you pretty much know what I'm talking about. So it's not really talking about that. I'm thinking, so I'm every man on the planet, and then if there was a woman, she'd be every woman on the planet. So what happens when you add the transgender identity? It makes me wonder, because if you're a man, you hang out with your friends, right? And your friends are men, so you can relate to your friends. Ugh. You can relate to your friends, your male friends, because you go through the same shit, right? We're all practically the same. Most of us, right? Most of us men are practically the same. One way or another. We all piss when standing up, right? Some of us do. And then you got women, and the same thing for all women. All women can relate. They're all, your women friends are women friends. They relate because they're women. Same genders relate because they relate on the level of yourself. Man relates to man because you yourself is a man, and if that's a man and you're a man, you can relate. Same for women. So the transgender thing, I don't feel like I could truly relate to a transgender man. The only thing that I could say is, let's just say, okay, I'm the man, and then I'm every man, and she's every woman. So let's just call her my wife, right? Because if I was every man, I'm bound to marry one of them, right? So, my wife. The only thing I could see a transgender man as is if I went to my wife one day, let's say we had an argument, and I said, "You don't understand me. You don't fucking understand me. You need to know what I'm about. Blah, blah, blah. I'm a man. You need to understand me." And so she goes off, and she does all the journey of transgenderism. She does the journey, and she comes back to me. Now she basically looks like a man, and all that. Doesn't, maybe gone as far as try and get a fake ding dong, but whatever. It's irrelevant. That's what I just see. That's what I see the transgender man is. As if a wife said, "I'm gonna try and figure out what man is," and so she did. That's why I see it. So when I'm looking for a transgender man, am I looking for one of my bros, or am I looking for a woman that I can treat like a man? I think that's the way you look at it. So you switch the thing vice versa, and you could have, the woman says, "You don't understand me. You don't understand me. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what I have to go through." So the man goes off and does his transgender thing, comes back, and he's a woman. So I'd imagine that the woman would look at him and be like, does the woman want to look at him and say, "That's a woman"? Or does she's like, "That's a man, but I can treat her like a woman, or him like a woman"? It's the only way I see it. I can't see myself going out and just looking for a trans man and being like, this is gonna be like hanging out with the bros. It wouldn't. By any general standard, the stories just don't match up. A straight cis male can't relate to a transgender man, you know? A straight cis male can barely relate to a transgender woman. I think the only thing you could talk about is the gripe of having a dick. You know, that's all. That's all the. That's what basically. And then the fucking transgender gets rid of it, so it's like it's completely unrelatable to a man. Transgenders, no offense, are just very, very not relatable to straight cis people. I fucking hate that word cis. I think it's bullshit. Um, but yeah, I don't. They're so unrelatable. You cannot relate with those kinds of people. It's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that like because you can't relate to them, you can't trust them. It's not true. I'm just saying you cannot relate. You know, a normal straight bloke just cannot relate to a female that's turned into a bloke, and I mean you can. Everyone can relate on certain levels of things, money, work, and all that shit, hobbies and stuff like that. But when you're talking about like the male construct and the female construct and the burdens, the unique burdens that we have to deal with, a transgender can't relate. Either way, can't relate. But yeah, I'm sure like a trans woman and a trans man, trans woman and trans man could relate probably, but still not really. They could relate on the journey that they've taken. They both sought out artificial means of turning themselves into the opposite sex, so you can sort of relate there. Some women go as far as getting all their insides taken out, and of course a lot of men get everything removed and put inside them and stuff. So it's like that's the only way I could see it. Is like imagine you're looking at womankind and you just see that as your wife basically, archetypally, archetypically, and you could just say that she's gone on a little journey to try and understand what it means to be a man. So you look at it and aesthetically it's a man, but I think deep down I would still see a woman, and I'd be like, but I would look at her and go, maybe she understands a little bit more what it's like to be a man, I guess. I don't know how much testosterone does to people. Certainly makes them look like men. But, I guess the woman would look back at the trans woman and be like, I guess I understand what you're going through now. Or you understand me or whatever. So it's interesting. But on their own, very much unrelatable types of people. Tricky one. Woman becomes man. Man becomes woman. Aesthetically. Because physically the only thing that's physical about it is they take hormones. I find it's kind of weird the whole hormone taking thing. That you can literally just take like blank male fucking engine fluid and blank female engine fluid, and you can use it on yourself and it makes you a man or a woman. Because I would have thought like, I don't know, but I would have thought like naturally, I thought hormones had some sort of like DNA equivalent sort of shit to it. I thought that hormones were like, my male hormones are a particular type of male hormones that is only belongs to me or the people that are in my family. Same goes for the women. I guess not. I guess they're just blank, and they can go in and they can change everything up unless I'm right, and because that's important. If I'm right, that's important. If hormones are actually unique to the person, naturally unique to the person, which possibly is not true at all, but it would make the synthetic stuff more like you're still not getting the real kind of fluid. You're just getting like basic fuel. But then again, I have no idea if hormones in a natural growing body actually have a sort of unique defining element to them. I got nothing against transgenders. I think they're pretty cool. And to be honest, if the technology was like quick, smart, and available and shit, I'd definitely try and rock around as a woman. But I'm not willing to. I'm not fussed. I'm not in that. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not really. I'm not worrying about my gender. So I wouldn't go along with the surgery and all that shit. Cause one, fuck. Imagine. Imagine you got paid, right, to be a transgender. Like everything up to the, keeping your dick. It'd just be so weird. Cause like they don't get the treatment until like fair later in the experience, don't they? They have to actually be in drag for like a year or something, and then they get the hormones. So I wouldn't be able to do that, rocking around in a dress, looking weird. No offense, no offense, transgenders. It is kind of odd. It's not. I mean, it's just not. It is just one of those things that someone's gonna spot on the road. They're gonna be like, shit, it's kind of freaky. The end result, though, like in the end result, and I've seen shitloads of videos on YouTube of those time lapse things. It's like, in the long run, they do look fair female, like fair, like whoa, shit. Even I was fucking high once, and I was watching it, and I had the fucking weirdest thought. I was like, wait a minute, what if? What if every fucking girl is a tranny? Like, what if that's what happened? That's how it happens. I've been lied to this whole time because some of them were like, oh, look, way too much. Like, you can see some of them, they got tiny fucking hands. My hands are huge, and they're fucking disgusting. I'm a butcher though, so I've got a lot of cuts on my hands. But I definitely don't have any dainty looking hands. They're all fat, knobby. I've seen men with nicer hands than me. So yeah, I don't know. Transgenders, man. Good luck for them, but I don't mind transgenderism. I feel like it's real, like it's a real thing that people go through. Some people go through. Hopefully, it's based on the something to do with the brain development. Perhaps a female brain can grow in a male body, and vice versa. The thing I don't like though is the politics around it. Like, it just annoys me when because a lot of people that they get into the politics and they're not actually trans. Like they're not actually trying to become the opposite gender. They're just a person, and they say, "I'm not this, I'm not that." Just because I wear a dress and I've got a vagina and tits doesn't make me a girl. It's like, yes, it does. Because if it didn't, transgenders wouldn't be getting the surgery. And then there's women who are like, I'm a man today, but then I'm a woman tomorrow. I'm gender fluid. It's like, there's no such thing as gender fluid. Nobody goes from man to fucking female in a daily basis. Just imagine, like, fuck, dick goes in, pops out the next day. Gender fluidity isn't real. The constructs aren't even real. I mean, they say the gender constructs aren't real. No, the genders are real. There's real two genders. The constructs are the things that we build into those genders. Why women wear dresses. Why women are more taken to smell good and do their hair and do all that shit, while men are the opposite. Those are the constructs. That's why you see so many trans men becoming gym addicts, because it's a construct. That's the construct. You know, not all men have big muscles, you know. Do you know what all men have, though? Penises. Matter of fact, it's usually the skinny guys that have bigger ones. Yeah. So I think there's a gender construct, but gender constructs are based on products. Gender construct is based on products. That's basically it. Hers and his. I see a trans woman as being like a man that has decided to use all the science that he's created and all the stuff that he's given women, like makeup and all that shit, and he's just decided to use it on himself. A lot of people don't realize, but like, a lot of that stunning, attraction that we give to women is because of the makeup that they wear. It's because the makeup's the things. Jesus, hiccups. The makeup is the thing that we first notice. It's the makeup around the face. I mean, you've noticed the body first, but the clothes. Man is the one that created all the females' clothes. No offense, they did. The reason all these things exist is because man created it. Anyway, this ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. I don't care, 'cause I'm not here. Oh, it's so wonderful. Whoa.